the team for the affirmative hold the strong belief that we get the leaders we deserve. Why? Because we are complicit. We enable them. I'd like to hone in on thought leaders, celebrity thought leaders, those musicians, actors, and reality television chefs who have taken over the space previously occupied by scientists, historians, and other stuck-up book readers. We get these dubious thought leaders because we're spellbound by the magic dust of fame sprinkled over them, and let them run their mouths off without countering with a fact check. Let's take Kanye West, aka Ye, the billionaire artist and entrepreneur with millions of fans across the globe who hang on to his every word. Ye describes himself as not only the greatest artist of all time, but as a thought leader. Late last year, he came up with a thought. We should love Adolf Hitler. Now, Hitler's a divisive figure, so this sparked outrage. But his proclamation was merely the endpoint of a months-long, non-fact-checked lecture Kanye was offering the world about the Jews. He began by telling us that Jewish bankers were screwing him over in his business deals with Adidas. And he boldly named these Jewish bankers on his Instagram. We've got the managing director of JP Morgan Chase, the largest bank in America, a man called Bill Gross. We've got the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, Jamie Dimon, and several other senior executives. So I thought I'd find out more about these Jewish bankers and checked out their bios on the JP Morgan Chase website. So first with Bill Gross. Bill is active within the Greek Orthodox community and proudly holds the title of Archon of the Greek Orthodox Church. So Kanye's first Jewish banker is in fact a Greek Orthodox Christian. So let's move on to his next target, the Jewish CEO of the bank, Jamie Dimon. Yes, turns out he's a Greek Orthodox Christian too. In fact, no banker on his list of Jewish bankers was in fact Jewish. And I think there's an important lesson to learn here. Greek people are shifty and can't be trusted. But it's not only Kanye. The world is peppered with suspect thought leaders who we deserve because we don't push back when their dubious claims are relatively benign. Celebrity chef Pete Evans has built a huge following who trust him in all nutrition and health matters. He began with the scientifically sus but, harmless claim that activated almonds are healthier than regular ones. Within a few years, his sus claims had escalated to such a degree that his proposed paleo cookbook for toddlers earned this comment from the Public Health Association of Australia: "A baby will die if this book goes ahead." That is surely the worst review of a book has ever received. Now, you'll say that artists can make valuable contributions to the public conversation, and this is true, but us artists need to keep a sense of proportion. I reckon artists gain the confidence to presume they're thought leaders because of the praise we shower upon them. I'm in the fortunate position of, on the one hand, I get praise, but on the other hand, people pay out on me night and day. This is a vivid example. I was driving home and looked out my car window, and I saw this: 13 cabs, death to Uber. And I thought, well, that's a bit weird, but kind of interesting. So I took a snap and uploaded it to my Facebook with my quip: "Gosh, someone got a low Uber rating from their driver." I thought that was the end of the matter. But a couple of days later, and this is true, someone else was driving through the same street and they saw this: 13 cabs, death to John Safran. Anyway, it's thanks to attacks like this that I know to stay in my place. Now, You might also say you talk a big game about pushing back against these celebrity thought leaders, but what are you doing? Oh, I'm doing something. When I picked up that Ye was claiming a series of non-Jews were Jews to make his argument that Jews were behind his misery work, I pulled out my laptop and wrote a piece about it. And despite the popular rumour that Jews control the media, I couldn't get any media outlet from The Guardian Australia to festival sponsors The Age to respond to my email, let alone print it. But I didn't give up. Let me take you through the backstory. This woman, an artist called Antoinette, was a Kanye fan, quite an obsessive one. And she reached out to me. She said over the past 15 years, she had purchased thousands of dollars of Yeezy and Kanye wear. Ooh, so we've got, they're the shoes. And who've got... But now that Kanye had become a hype man for Hitler, she didn't know what to do with all the drip. So me and Antoinette, we bashed our heads together and came up with something. We found a costume tailor. Oh, we've got her here. Yes, we were going to upcycle Yeezys as Jewish skull caps. What I like to call a Yeemuka. And that got the story out that Ye was bullshitting that a series of non-Jews were Jews. But until we start pushing back on celebs, fact-checking when they start running their mouths off, we will remain complicit and continue to get the leaders we deserve. Thank you.